96%, Sheila, was shaved off his compensation.
Yeah, Betty, a clear message from the board. Now, keep in mind, part of this decline does have to do with the fact that Johnson did get a major stock award last year when he joined the company. But clearly, the board is sending the message that they're not going to pay up for what happened in the past year. There was no bonus, there was no stock award, and in fact, cash compensation less than 50% of the target that was originally laid out. And it's important to note it's not just Johnson who's getting his pay slashed. In fact, across the board, JCPenney executives got pretty much zero bonus compensation. There was not a single bonus or non-stock incentive award given to any of its top executives. Now, of course, when you consider what's been happening over the past year at JCPenney, not necessarily a huge surprise. In fact, just take a look at how Johnson delivered 2012 when it came to operating profit. The plan had actually called for $1.1 billion in profits, and operating profits, that is, but instead Johnson delivered a massive loss, more than $1 billion. So pretty much an opposite delivery from Johnson here. So Betty, again, clear message from the board about tying compensation to performance. But the question now is, was this enough? In fact, a lot of people are saying that the board didn't go far enough. In fact, if you look through all the filings, you can see that the board is still actually paying for Johnson to have a home security system in his house that cost about $30,000. And of course, the highly controversial use of a private airplane. Johnson actually getting about $350,000 in perks to use that private airplane to fly back and forth from California to Plano, Texas. Remember, 19,000 jobs have been cut since this transformation. You gotta believe some of those employees are looking at this and scratching their head, Betty.
Right, and just to be clear, I mean, Johnson, just to be clear, it was only $1.89 million that he was paid then in 2012, and there were no bonuses given out to any of the senior executives because of this poor performance. But on Johnson himself, Sheila, I mean, what does this say about his future at this company?
Yeah, you know, a lot of analysts I've been speaking to have been saying, look, he probably still has a couple of quarters to do this turnaround. Retail turnarounds notoriously take a hard time. But here's the thing. The board right now is between a rock and a very, very hard place. The problem is they've already halfway gone through with this plan. They've already started this rollout. They've already spent a lot of money on it. So the problem is, what do they do now? If they were to take Ron Johnson out, what is that going to mean for all the hundreds of millions of dollars they have already spent on this turnaround plan? What are the vendors going to react? So really a tough, tough place for the board to be in right now, Betty.